Alright, what's up? So this is my testimonial for Adam Peeler Fitness. And yeah, my name is Oscar and I've been working with Adam for about 2 years. I've been following Adam for about 2.5 years. But yeah, so the reasons why I hired him were basically because I had come to a point in training where my progression had really been stalling, and I really did not know what to do with my nutrition and to complement my training because I had tried all like everything. Everything I could find, I tried with my nutrition, I tried with training, and it was just not working out. And I had some real health like hiccups with. They really set me back in training, and it was really frustrating. It was really hard getting back on track, and I just didn't know what to do. And I knew that I really loved lifting, and this is something that I really wanted to pursue, and I really wanted to get healthier. And I just really love the progress and the process, and I knew that this is something that I want to do, and I really want to invest and devote myself to it. So and therefore I probably like I knew within myself that I probably need some external, some mentor or some to show me like a path forward and help me with yeah guidance and wisdom essentially. But yeah, so I reached out to a bunch of coaches that I had been following for a while, and Adam was one of those guys where he posted everything on his stories, and everything seemed like he seemed very genuine, and he felt like someone we could trust, right? And I think that is a really important thing when it comes to coaches, because we really have to like trust them with your time and finances and everything. So yeah, and he responded overwhelmingly quick. Like I sent messages to coaches like in despair, and very much in doubt for sure. But yeah, he responded very quickly, and we got in touch. And I was super excited to start working together and everything. Uh, and he really showed me like a good structure, and really the hardest things at the beginning with working with him was probably like I said, trusting him and thinking that like this is the man, like he knows what he's doing, right? And really, if I know that what I put in, that's what I will get out, right? So yeah, but essentially, we after some weeks we're working together, we I gained more and more trust, and his methods. I started to believe in them more and more, and they made more and more sense because first of all, I was were very skeptical, but they were very logical and very smart. And yeah, I like for example, right now I've been working with him 2 years, and I fully trust him with everything when it comes to programming, nutrition, everything. Like he stays on top of everything. So yeah, and at the beginning, was really hard because we wanted to have a bunch of information how we respond to training, nutrition, and whatnot. So yeah, and that's just how it is, troubleshooting. But I think to have a coach, to someone that actually can objectively view your training and the results, and really just like creates a new path forward is key. And I think it's really hard to do it alone. And the time and effort that I would put in to learn the things I did, to trust the process, to trust that everything like has its time and place was like it's unfathomable almost because I've learned so much, and it's absolutely incredible because first when I started with him I had these basic goals, very basic goals of getting stronger, getting leaner and whatnot. But more and more when I worked with him after a couple of weeks, couple of blocks, I really began to fulfill those goals to the point where I even had bigger goals, and they grew larger, and yeah, I adapted some, or yeah, I had some, I developed some powerlifting aspirations as well, and yeah, those have just been getting larger and larger to the point where I'm really full on pursuing a powerlifting career because this is what I truly love. And that Adam really showed me like this is the way. This is it. Like for me, and I mean, it's just a dream come true. Do you find something that you really hold dear and really you love? So yeah, that's something I owe to Adam. Just really this path forward to success and uh, purpose, really, and it's awesome. And he really stays on top of everything programming, and he like the scientific literature and everything is just like perfect. And my favorite thing is probably the communication because he's a very chill dude, but he's on top of like everything. Like you can send him, like he says, almost like send too much rather than too little because he can go off of something, and he really understands lifter psychology, which is great, and he's really interested about that, which is so cool to see because he can adapt to a lot of athletes, and yeah, it's incredible. Like for example, communication wise, it's been great for me because I live in Sweden, right? And we have different time zones. Like I believe I'm like 8 hours ahead of him, and or like 9 hours or something, and it's super easy to contact and to communicate and everything. Even though English is my second language, we understand each other perfectly, and yeah, everything is just like on top. Um, I could not have wanted anything else from a coach, and yeah, um, it's been great so far, and I can't wait to continue working with him. And I believe really that's there's real value in having some sort of mentor or coach. And I believe, the actual process of learning to trust someone and to experiment and to see where it leads you, even if it doesn't, even if the outcome isn't that positive, you at least have the learning experience, right? And yeah, my all I can say is that my experience with Adam Peeler has been overwhelmingly positive and really great. And yeah, he really is adequate, and he adapts to all kinds of things. Uh, like he's a really good coach, and I trust him wholeheartedly, and I recommend him to a lot of people because of those reasons. And that is also why I'm doing this testimony to begin with. But yeah, I think that's about it. I kind of got off track almost, but yeah, yeah. All right, see ya.